Welcome in, ladies and gentlemen, at 302 Sports Weekly. Once again, I'm your host, Patrick Arianes, and for the first time in what seems like forever, man, I got
a couple weeks.
The co-host next to me. It's either been one or the other the past couple of shows. Nick Alessandrini, man, Happy New Year, Merry Christmas to you.
First time right. It's been that long. Yeah, Happy Holidays to everyone. We'll get to you too in just a little bit. Pat, good to see you again.
Yeah, man, how'd the holiday go?
It was great. Got to see a lot of family, do some different things, some work too, but it was good. How was yours?
It was great. You got to go down to Slam Dunk. Saw a couple of our guests behind us perform down there, but yeah, no, everything's going well. It's good to see you back, man. Feel like I got the other half of the show with
me here.
Like
you said earlier when you said we got the band back together today.
That's what it is. We definitely did. Speaking of the band, we got Mike Lang and Jason Winchell alongside us, fellas. How you doing tonight? That's it. That's what you guys are.
I've been in the bunker all week, like Joe Lenardi.
Yeah,
he's been in the bracketology bunker all week long, and we'll get into that a little bit later as well. And remember, each week we're going to hand out some 302 Sports promotional products, and also, Pat, we'll be giving one lucky 302 Sports fan here at Buffalo Wild Wings a Buffalo Wild Wings gift card, $25. All you have to do is let your waiter or waitress know that you're here to see the show.
Absolutely, and once again, got tremendous guests on the show here tonight. Wesley College basketball coach Dean Burrows, along with Brian Cameron and Terrence Braxton. They'll be joining the show here after the first break. We're going to talk to them a little bit about their season and how it's been going on. And we also got the #1 ranked team in the state, Sanford's boys basketball coach Stan Waterman, as well as junior standout Jair Davis will be on set to talk about their upcoming game against Salesianum on Friday night. But before we get to them, let's recap what we saw last week. And we also, before I forget, Winchell's way too early predictions coming in basketball tournament style, so you're not going to want to miss that. That'll be after the interviews. But before we get into that, we got to talk a little bit about last week and our game of the week, Salesianum and St. Elizabeth boys. And Mike, this one was one of the best that we've seen so far this year.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. Sadie's Sallie jumped out for a real quick lead. They were shooting well early. Sadie's climbed back into it. It was a 1-point game. At halftime it was an 11-point game.
Yeah.
And then Nasir Brown from St. Louis really heated up in the third quarter, scored 13 points in the third quarter. Sadie's came back. We'll see the highlights here. Sadie's came back and it came down to the end. You'll see them here in the highlights that apparently I'm going to narrate here. So
roll the tape.
Roll the tape.
Here we go. All right, so we get underway, and the Souths take the early 2-0 lead. That wouldn't stay that way for long. There's Darnell Vaughn to Max Ferrante. Watch this three-pointer. No problem for
Kid can shoot, Mike.
He can shoot. 5-0. There's a steal. Here comes Justin Money. I called him Jordan, but it's Justin Money with the stuff. And St. Eason on the board, so kind of keeping it even here. But how about Rasheen Koch? Big game for the sophomore. He scored, I believe, 12 or 13. But watch, how about Money here? Long distance. Dials 9 finds Jaden Dickerson. I like Dickerson's game. Sophomore is really solid. A good kid. Here's Money again. They find Dickerson again, cutting in the middle, and he's keeping it close. 14-10. End of the first quarter. Thomas Montoux can't get that to go. So 14-10 after one. Packed house at the St. E Center. A lot of fun. Here's Dickerson. Big night from Jay. Gives to Ray Jones. How about Ray finding a hole, split in the middle there, and all of a sudden it's a 1-point game. Sal's Dreben, that's Darnell Vaughn. He was the leading scorer for Salesianum. Up to Ferrante. Max Ferrante with a little up and under, huh? And there's Rasheen Koch coasting from the foul line. Sal's up 5, now they're up 7. And here's Ferrante again from distance. 10-point lead. We're thinking, is this slipping away from the Vikings? But they had the final free throw here, 30-19. Sadie's going to have a chance. That's Justin Money up to, I believe that was Nasir. When we go into a halftime, it's an 11-point game. You're wondering what's going on. Sally's opens up with a point there from Koch. It's a 13-point game, but the comeback starts. Nasir Brown to Jaden Dickerson. Dickerson with the 3. And they're slowly cutting into the lead. How about Nasir drives? He's blocked, gets his own board. Little baby hook. And here come the Vikings once more. It's Nasir Brown again. He likes that middle. They were going in the middle all night long against the South. That shot missed at the end of the third, and you see it's a 1-point game after 3. And fasten the seatbelts for quarter number 4. Spachalski misses, but a follow there by Jaden Dickerson. St. East with a brief lead of 41-40. Sal, as you can see back on top, bucket there for Clark. Came down to some free throws at the end. Darnell Vaughn hits him. Makes this one here 52-50, so it's going to be a last chance here for the Vikings. See after he misses that one. Jack Brown saves it in bounds, but a held ball is called. You see the referee, and they're going to give it to St. Louis on the possession, and here we go. Ray Jones into Nasir Brown, like my bowling right there. Nasir almost trips, but what's he going to do? Takes in the corner, right into the trap. He's in trouble. Off of Rasheed Koch, nice play by Brown. They're going to have one more chance. 4 ticks left on the clock. And it's a pretty tense environment there at St. East Center. It was a lot of fun. It was tense, but it was fun. So Ray Jones, the senior, bringing it in. And you see they cleared some space out. Where do you think he's going to go? Well, he's going to go to the hot hand. Nasir Brown splits between Koch and Vaughn. Puts it up. Doink, doink. A double doink. Can't get it to fall. And the Sal's hold on for the 2-point win. Great game, great atmosphere. I tell you, it was a lot of fun in there.
The double
big win
doink
for Salesianum on the road against St. East, where they've been split in the last couple of years now. And they take game 1 of the 2 this year that they'll play.
The double doink. Who would have known that it would be so popular that weekend?
Popular double doink all weekend long. And like you said, Sally's getting the 52-50 victory. Jay, did you take anything away from this game, looking back on it, from these 2 teams?
Yeah, to me, St. Elizabeth has struggled a little bit this year, and it just came off a loss to William Penn. They were down early, 13 points, like Mike said, and they just never gave up. They came back. They got things going offensively. They tried different things. Rubicon had them, coming all night long. It was great to see. And how about Salesianum? A new coach playing in that atmosphere. He gets a technical foul and seemed to fire the Sal's up in that last few minutes of the game. So, it was good to see. I think both teams can take a lot of positives out. The one negative for St. Elizabeth's free throw shooting.
Yes.
If they made some free throws early in that first half, it's a different story.
Absolutely. No, Jay, I think you're exactly right. All along, it was a great game, and we're going to have another great one coming up, and we'll talk to those guys a little later. But up next, we're going to talk with the Wesley men's basketball team, Coach Burrows and company. We'll be right on after this commercial break. Stay tuned.
No matter where you are in life, at every stage, we are here for you, for all of life's big moments, and everything in between. After all, that's what families are for. We promise to make a positive difference in your financial life and go beyond the norm. Be a part of the Dover Federal family.
Local people, local decisions, Dover Federal Credit Union.
No matter where you are in life, at every stage, we are here for you, for all of life's big moments, and everything in between. After all, that's what families are for. We promise to make a positive difference in your financial life and go beyond the norm. Be a part of the Dover Federal family.
Local people, local decisions, Dover Federal Credit Union.
The Hadley Group is your local real estate resource. Brian Hadley joined Patterson Schwartz & Associates in 2005. In 2013, Nicole Flora joined Brian, followed by Emma Burnett and Grant Jepp in 2014. That's when the Hadley Group was formed. Patterson Schwartz Associates offer you exceptional knowledge of local market conditions and a commitment to represent you honestly and professionally. So for your next purchase or sale, think the Hadley Group. Visit our website at thehadleygroupre.com. The Hadley Group is your local real estate
Hi, I'm Scott Kammerer from Solo Concepts. Solo Concepts is an award-winning restaurant group on the culinary coast with 10 locations. We're a chef-driven group. Come check us out. See you soon. Solo Concepts believes in the vision of our founder, Matt Haley. Cook beautiful, simple food, develop the people we work with, and make the world a better place. Solo Concepts on the culinary coast with 10 locations from Lewis, Delaware to Fenwick Island. Come check us out.
As a military wife, I love helping our airmen and their families with financial tools to help provide financial stability.
I promise to make a positive difference in your financial life, from helping you to lower your payments to discovering ways to help you save for your children's future.
From the needs of college students and first-time auto buyers, I promise to identify and take ownership of your needs.
Local people, local decisions, Dover Federal Credit Union.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, into 302 Sports Weekly. We're live here at the Buffalo Wild Wings in the Christiana location. Thanks for joining us. And now let's introduce our first set of guests here. We got some players and coach from Wesley men's basketball team, Coach Dean Burrows, Brian Cameron, and Terrence Braxton. Guys, thanks for coming on. How you doing tonight?
Good. Thank you for having me.
It's good. It's good. Yeah. So far this season, you guys 7-7 in D3, 7-8 overall, 1-1 in conference. Tough games against Division I Towson. You played St. Vincent of Ohio as a couple of them. Coach, just talk about this difficult schedule that you played. I know you were telling us before we came back from break that you guys played a lot of top teams in their conferences. What's the benefit in playing a tough schedule like that?
For us, we want to get our guys as much exposure as possible. I was looking before we came here tonight. We've traveled 4,731 miles thus far this year in terms of our road games. But we want to get out and play the best. I mean, that's what they come to play college ball for, to get out and see what they match up against kids from different parts of the country. So that's always going to be something that we do. I mean, my first game as head coach was against number 2 Virginia Wesley in the country. Terrence was a freshman, and he was a part of that. So that's what we want to create for our guys, those moments and memories.
Absolutely. And Brian, Terrence, we talked about some of those tough teams that you guys are able to play against. How is it with you guys? How does those type of games affect you? Does that give you a confidence boost? Does it make you work harder when you're playing against teams that are play at such a high level?
Well, I mean, obviously there's certain games that you're going to really want to win. I mean, that being conference games, we look at them. But, I mean, really I go into every game with the same mentality. Just go out there, give everything you have for the whole 4 quarters.
Yeah, same thing with me. I look at them as the same people that we play at D3. They might be a little bit bigger and all that, but they tie the shoes like how we tie our shoes. So just go out every game the same way.
Absolutely. And Brian, you've had tremendous success this season. 4th in the nation in Division III at 25.6 a game. Last 3 weeks have been averaging 30. 3-time Atlantic East Conference of the Player. I mean, just the accolades have poured in for you this season. What do you think? What do you attribute the most to your success this season?
I mean, just it starts in the gym before practice, after practice. Getting in there, getting shots up, just getting reps in, and I mean, a lot has to do with me being a junior this year, stepping into a bigger role. I know I was going to have to do more. We lost our second leading scorer from last year, but I mean, just everybody having confidence in me as well, coaches, players. I know my teammates believe in me, so.
And Terrence, now to you. You kind of hit your stride here in December. You had a career-high 19 against Pfeiffer, and like I said, you've been linking some good games ever since then. What do you attribute your success to? What kind of got you in your rhythm now?
Just my teammates, really believing in me. The coaching staff believing in me too. Like, I work with Coach Thomas all the time before practice, and he just really gave me my confidence. And teammates like Brian, Ty, and all of them, they just be telling me to shoot the ball and go out there and play my heart.
Hey, Coach, these two obviously have had some success, especially of recent. Obviously, it seems like you have a system that puts players in a great position to succeed offensively and defensively. Can you talk about, a little bit of maybe what your philosophy is as far as trying to get the most out of your players? Is it vary from player to player? Or is it more of you fit my system?
Well, when we go out and recruit, first things first, I have my 4 kids over there, and they're someone's child. So we look at them as an X or an O or a number. They're a basketball player. It's funny how positionless basketball is starting to make its way back with the Golden State Warriors and all that. But if you go back to the 60s with Pete Carroll at Princeton, and we have them coming up in a few weeks. But, you need to be able to handle the ball, shoot the ball, pass the ball, defend, and rebound. And the more guys you could have on the floor that do those things consistently, the better off you're going to be. Speaking on behalf of these two, they're gym rats, honestly. And that's part of why they've been successful and we've been successful as a group. If we let these guys in the gym for 24 hours, they'd be in the gym for 24 hours. And we can't say that about everybody. And that's just a tribute to them. But for us, we're pretty darn good on offense. Defensively, and these guys will, say what they want about that too. But we're getting better. We're not there yet. We got a long ways to go. But in order for us to have the season we believe that we can have, it's going to be on the defensive end. I mean, we're 36th in the country in scoring, but you look at the defensive end, we're 354th out of 416 teams. So we can't guard a chair right now. We're getting better, working, and they're putting in the effort. And it showed last Thursday against a good Eastern team that held them 12 points under their season average, and that's all these guys just having that mindset that we're going to dig in and get stopped. So the more and more we develop that and have that on a consistent basis, the sky's the limit for this group.
It's a start. That's a start, right?
Yeah.
And Brian and Terrence, you guys already having successful careers in college. What if there was one thing you could tell the younger generation or younger players that want to play college basketball, and maybe advice or just one thing, what would you tell them?
Just keep working, no matter what people are telling you. You can't do this, can't do that. Just keep working. You know what you're capable of, and that's how I've always been. I know what I'm capable of as a person and as a player. I just do what I can to keep improving my game.
Yeah, just really focus on yourself. Work on the little things that you need to improve and everything like that. Like this is a gift right here. Everybody doesn't get to do this, so you just have to outwork everybody in the country, really.
And Coach, I guess to wrap this one up, you talked about tough upcoming matchup with Princeton, and we talked a little bit about your schedule. So looking forward, what can we expect from the Wesley men's basketball team going forward this season, going throughout the rest of the year?
I personally, and I tell these guys every single day, and you just never know if you're getting through to them on that personal level as individuals and collectively. But I honestly believe in my heart of hearts that these guys could win the first ever Atlantic East championship in the inaugural season.
Yep.
But again, it's coming in day in and day out, putting that work in, especially defensive end, dialed in a little bit. So these guys can accomplish that.
All right. Well, and I know we're hoping here at 302 that you guys get that done as well. Thanks, Coach Burrows, Terrence, Brian, for coming on. Wesley men's basketball, guys. Keep an eye out for them. We'll keep you updated throughout the rest of the year on how they're doing, and hopefully we can get down to a game at some point this year. Absolutely. All right, that's it. We're going to take a quick commercial break. We'll come back and we'll be talking with Sanford, Coach Stan Waterman and Jair Davis after the break.
And began his career in home finance in 2002 as a mortgage consultant. Since 2002, Brian has helped over 1,000 homebuyers achieve their dreams of owning a home. Brian's knowledge of current market conditions and his detailed evaluation of buyers' finances ensures that each buyer will receive the best mortgage to fit their needs. Brian is often commended on how efficient and effortless he makes the mortgage process for everyone from first-time homebuyers to investors to experienced buyers. For the loan that fits you, contact Brian today. Mr. Italian began his career in home finance in 2002 as a mortgage consultant. Since 2002, Brian has helped over 1,000 homebuyers achieve their dreams of owning a home. Brian's knowledge of current market conditions and his detailed evaluation of buyers' finances ensures that each buyer will receive the best mortgage to fit their needs. Brian is often commended on how efficient and effortless he makes the mortgage process for everyone from first-time homebuyers to investors to experienced buyers. For the loan, Unique Image opened for business in Wilmington, Delaware in 1979 with one focus: wowing our customers with great products and even greater customer service. 30 years later, we are still doing exactly that. Whether you're looking for marketing tools to promote your business, gifts for your employees or clients, or planning a special event, we're here with the voice of experience to help you every step of the way for your complete satisfaction. Visit our new showroom in the Mill Creek Shopping Center, 4577 Kirkwood Highway. Unique Image, you envision, we create. Unique Image opened for business in Wilmington, Delaware in 1979 with one focus: wowing our customers with great products and even greater customer service. 30 years later, we are still doing exactly that. Whether you're looking for marketing tools to promote your business, gifts for your employees or clients, or planning a special event, we're here with the voice of experience to help you every step of the way for your complete satisfaction. Visit our new showroom in the Mill Creek Shopping Center, 4577 Kirkwood Highway. Unique Image, you envision, we create. Unique Image opened for business in Wilmington, Delaware in 1979 with one focus: wowing our customers with great products and even greater customer service. 30 years later, we are still doing exactly that. Whether you're looking for marketing tools to promote your business, gifts for your employees or clients, or planning a special event, we're here with the voice of experience to help you every step of the way for your complete satisfaction. Visit our new showroom in the Mill Creek Shop.
No matter where you are in life, at every stage, we are here for you, for all of life's big moments, and everything in between. After all, that's what families are for. We promise to make a positive difference in your financial life and go beyond the norm. Be a part of the Dover Federal family.
Local people, local decisions, Dover Federal Credit Union.
No matter where you
Brian Hadley joined Patterson Schwartz & Associates in 2005. In 2013, Nicole Flora joined Brian, followed by Emma Burnett and Grant Jepp in 2014. That's when the Hadley Group was formed. Patterson Schwartz Associates offer you exceptional knowledge of local market conditions and a commitment to represent you honestly and professionally. So for your next purchase or sale, think the Hadley Group. Visit our website at thehadleygroup.com. The Hadley Group.
And we welcome you back inside to 302 Sports. A special thanks to the Wesley men's basketball team for joining us. And now we're moving on and joined by the #1 ranked team in the state of Delaware, the men's Sanford basketball team, Coach Stan Waterman and Jair Davis. Guys, welcome. Thanks for joining us here tonight.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you.
And of course, you guys, let's talk about your season so far. A good start, 4-2, and the 2 losses to really tough out-of-state opponents. Monsignor Bonner, they're 10-0, and Emotep, the #1 team in Pennsylvania. But you're 3-0 in-state, and your 4th was a win over Bishop Walsh. Just talk to me a little bit about your season so far and how everything's been.
We've been working hard a lot in the gym. We started the season playing some really good teams and took 2 losses early, as you said. And we think when playing teams like that are going to help us down the road. So.
Coach? Yeah, I would agree with Jair. I mean, we schedule the most difficult, most competitive schedule that we can find, so we don't mind going up and playing a nationally ranked team like Emotep and Bonner, and then getting back in state feels like we're prepared for just about anything.
Absolutely. No doubt about it. And by the way, Jair, I know you celebrated a birthday earlier this week. Happy birthday to you.
Thank you.
And a little extra special, man. You scored your 1,000th point.
Yes.
On your birthday, man. Talk us through how special that was for you.
It was really special. Like being young and always wanting to be like a 1,000-point scorer, and for it to happen on your birthday was pretty cool.
Absolutely. And this year, obviously becoming a junior and being as talented as you are, I'm sure it's a whole new process as far as the recruiting process for college and whatnot.
Yes.
Can you kind of talk us through as a junior, how different it is a little bit, because guys like us, we weren't exactly getting phone calls, so kind of talk us through that.
It's a lot different now. It's kind of starting to hit me now that like college is kind of around the corner.
Mm-hmm.
So I actually like watch college basketball games more of like a kind of like dissected it more than I usually would, instead of just being a fan. And it is pretty cool to have like coaches call you and stuff like that. Coaches you used to see on TV, and now they're calling me, wanting me to come to their program. So it's definitely pretty cool.
It's pretty cool. And Coach, I mean, obviously you've had some talent go through Sanford. This is nothing new for you. How do you, as a coach, help these guys when the colleges are coming after them? What's kind of your role in that?
My role is really just to kind of guide them through the process and try to help them sort through the information. I mean, you're going to meet a lot of people, a lot of different coaches and personalities, trying to find a university and a program that is the best fit for each individual player. And I think when you have the kind of support that Jair has with his family structure and then what we offer at Sanford School, it's kind of best of both worlds.
Yep.
Absolutely. And Jair, again, we're just going to ask you what it's like playing at Sanford, because you had so many great players over the years. Trevor Cooney, Deion Jones, Anthony Mosley, just to name a few. Do you see that as pressure, or do you like coming into a program that's solidified and you can kind of just live up to those expectations?
I definitely like playing at a program that kind of has a reputation. I think it's kind of cool to be like that school in Delaware that everybody kind of like looks up to almost. Like, all your friends always talk about how cool it is I go to Sanford, stuff like that, and wish they could come. So it's definitely a cool thing.
Now, Coach, you've kind of had this core of players for a few seasons now. Can you talk about how much they've grown as a group and how it's coming together this season?
Yeah, sure. We've seen tremendous growth, particularly in this group now where they are. Last year, we said at the start of the season, it felt like we were a pretty young team, and we still are. This year, we've got one senior. Ryan McCune is the only senior on the varsity roster. Of the 12 guys that are there, they all saw some varsity action last year, so they have some game experience, and they've been in some situations before that we feel like it's going to be helpful for us and pay off in the long run.
And now we'll turn our attention to this week's game. Friday, you guys are taking on Salesianum at their place, Sally's. And we know how that place can be a little bit sometimes. They have a big crowd, sold-out game already, and that crowd can be a little hectic sometimes. This question for both of you guys. How excited does that get you when there's a game with that kind of following and that kind of sellout crowd at the gym?
It's sold out already, but the game's actually at Sanford this week.
Oh, I'm sorry,
so
Sanford.
It's a home game for us.
Excuse me.
It may feel like an away game with the crowd that Sally's bring.
Other way around, I'll rephrase that. How does it feel to have your own crowd, at the game? How is it to play a big game like that on Friday night at your place with the whole crowd, everyone there, just to see?
It's a big game for us. It's exciting for us because we play so many tournament and exposure games throughout the season. We have a limited number of home games. We've only got 6 home games on the schedule, so you can kind of look ahead and see a Friday night against your rival like Sally's, and kids are all excited about it. The community's excited about it. Obviously, the game sold out 3 days in advance, and so we're really looking forward to it.
Yeah, it is definitely cool, especially from a player's standpoint. Having everybody like ask you about the game, asking to get tickets, is a really cool experience.
Now, Jair, you guys probably, I'm sure you've looked at some film and viewed Salesiana play a few times. As a player, what kind of challenges do they present, to you guys? Like, what do you think that they do well?
I think they're a really good basketball team. They're a team that could beat other good basketball teams as well, knocking down shots. So we definitely had to make sure to bring our game Friday.
And then just one question for both of you guys real quick. What do you guys need to do? Like, if you pick one thing specifically that you guys need to do Friday night to come out with a victory, what would that one thing be? I'll start with you, Coach.
I think we have to go out and play our game. We feel like we have the talent, we have the experience, and we want to be familiar with what other teams do, but we really want to focus on the things that we like to do and prepare for on a daily basis. So if we play our game and execute, then I think we'll be fine.
Yeah, and I was going to say the same exact thing. Just play Sanford basketball, follow what we do, and we should be fine.
Absolutely.
On the same page.
The Sanford Warriors there, Jair Davis, obviously really good bunch you got over there, Coach Waterman. Thank you guys for joining us.
Thank you again.
Best of luck Friday against Salesiana, and of course the rest of the year as well, man. You guys got a good little squad this year.
That game is at Sanford. That game is at Sanford.
Yeah, Nick.
You didn't know that. Game's at Sanford.
It happens to the best of us, but don't feel bad. All right, there we have
my words.
Thanks once again, guys, for coming on. Quick commercial break. We're going to come back. We're going to talk a little bit about wrestling. Benny Mitchell, of course, is our main guy going to that. And then we're also going to talk and dive into hoops a little more after the commercial break. Life's too short to hate your home. Remodel your home with the pros voted Delaware's #1 home improvement company. Ferris Home Improvements has something for every homeowner at their new showroom on the corner of Kirkwood Highway and Harmony Road in Newark, Delaware. Explore products and layouts with the area's top designers. Touch and feel products that inspire your dream space. Ferris Home Improvement's pride in the details make them the area's best in roofing, windows and doors, siding, decks, kitchens, and bathrooms. Want a professional, no-pressure remodel? Go see the best at the Big Shamrock on Kirkwood Highway. Ferris Home Improvements. Quality workmanship from a neighbor you can trust. Life's too short to hate your home. Remodel your home with the pros voted Delaware's #1 home improvement company. Ferris Home Improvements has something for every homeowner at their new showroom on the corner of Kirkwood Highway and Harmony Road in Newark, Delaware. Explore products and layouts with the area's top designers. Touch and feel products that inspire your dream space. Ferris Home Improvement's pride in the details make them the area's best in roofing, windows and doors, siding, decks, kitchens, and bathrooms. Want a professional, no-pressure remodel? Go see the best at the Big Shamrock on Kirkwood Highway. Ferris Home Improvements. Quality workmanship from a neighbor you can trust. Life's too short to hate your home.
Your local real estate resource. Brian Hadley joined Patterson Schwartz & Associates in 2005. In 2013, Nicole Flora joined Brian, followed by Emma Burnett and Grant Jepp in 2014. That's when the Hadley Group was formed. Patterson Schwartz Associates offer you exceptional knowledge of local market conditions and a commitment to represent you honestly and professionally. So for your next purchase or sale, think the Hadley Group. Visit our website at thehadleygroup.re.com.
Hi, I'm Scott Kammerer from Solo Concepts. Solo Concepts is an award-winning restaurant group on the culinary coast with 10 locations. We're a chef-driven group. Come check us out. See you soon. Solo Concepts believes in the vision of our founder, Matt Haley: cook beautiful, simple food, develop the people we work with, and make the world a better place. Solo Concepts on the culinary coast with 10 locations from Lois, Delaware to Fenwick Island. Come check us out.
We're back here, ladies and gentlemen, on 302 Sports Weekly, live from the Buffalo Wild Wings Christiana location. Thanks once again to our guests, the Wesley Wolverines basketball team and Coach Stan Waterman, Jair Davis of Sanford. Really good guests. Anytime we get some people to come on here, Nick, it really makes the show that much more enjoyable.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And both of our guests tonight were great. Some great things to say, and it really your athletes out there watching pick up on some things that they're telling you. So yeah, it's great to have guests like that on every week for sure.
Absolutely. We're going to keep the ball rolling here. Moving into some wrestling. Going to go right over it really fast. We got some team rankings. You can see them up on your screen down in Division 2. You got some top 5 here. Lake Forest at 5, Woodbridge, followed by Indian River at 3, and your top 2 are Caravel and Milford as we announce them there. And in Division 1, you're looking at St. George's at 5, Sussex Central and Salesianum at 4 and 3, and your top 2 are familiar faces: Smyrna at 2, Cesar Rodney at 1. If you're looking for individual rankings, you can go right to our Facebook page. Benny Mitchell will keep you updated on that. And right now, if you are having interest right now in wrestling and you didn't know any better, Sussex Central's taking on number 1 Cesar Rodney as we speak. A little bit behind from last time we heard. It was like a 45-minute delay to that match, so you can probably catch it from the beginning if you decide to go over there. But like we said, Benny Mitchell, our 302 Sports Wrestling Guru, will have each week the individual rankings, and you can check them out on Facebook. But let's switch gears here, and let's head right into some girls basketball. And last week, we'll bring back Jason and Mike here. Last week had some good matchups, right? Number 4, St. Elizabeth, they took care of number 5, Sussex Central, 74-36 in that game. Bernaya Mayo scored her 1,000th point, scoring 22 over 25 points in that first half. And another 1,000-point score. We got one in-house tonight.
And
but
another one as well, too, in Smyrna.
How about that?
Jayla Davis. Touching over Nate. But Smyrna also had 1,000-point score, so a lot of points, a lot of milestones this week.
You'll hear all their names later in the show, by the way.
Absolutely. And then moving right along, number 2, Caravel got a big win against number 7, Archmere, 66-51 in that game. Sasha Marble, 14 points as they defeated the Auks in that one there. And looking ahead, Nick, we got some good matchups coming up.
Yeah, absolutely. Archmere, they're going to look to rebound against number 10 Padua, who we got a chance to see up close and personal at the Diamond State Classic. They look good, won some games. And it's been a great game the last few years. And Jay, what do you see with Archmere and Padua that game tomorrow? Anything you like about that one?
Yeah, well, Padua likes to run, and Archmere is known for their defense. So it's going to be an interesting game to see which one of those coach styles win out in the long run. Archmere got a nice win over Mount and Newark Charter, so they've won 2 straight. Padua struggled a little last night against St. Elizabeth, so I expect them to come out on fire tomorrow night.
Absolutely, and another big game is happening as we speak right now. Number 2 Caravel visited number 5 Ursuline. Mike, do you have a score update on that?
The only score I've seen was the end of the first quarter was Caravel 16, Ursuline 5. We've talked about these teams before. Ursuline kind of young, so I'm not completely surprised, but 11 points is not out of hand. So if we have another update, maybe we'll get it to you. But we have 16-5.
Yeah, it's still very early in that game as well. But as you can see on your screen, I believe we have a graphic of our top 10 girls basketball rankings on your screen. And while you're looking at that, we're going to transition again. I hate to use another basketball pun, but we will, into our Winchell's way too early predictions for basketball selection. This week's topic, Jay, you decided to focus in on the Henlopen and independent teams. What have you come up with?
Well, right now, for Henlopen, I have 6 teams in, led by Cape Henlopen at 4th, Woodbridge at 6th, Sussex Central 15th, Sussex Tech 20th, Lake Forest 22nd, and Seaford 24th. And on the independent side, I have Tatnall at 7th, Wilmington Christian at 8th, and Sanford at 18th.
So, Jay, I got a couple questions. Jay, I'll start with this one. How was that being stuck in the bunker? How was the bracketology bunker this last couple days?
Yeah, it was long. No food either, so I was starving after.
You fell asleep on the mouse too a couple times.
Yeah, a couple times.
That's fantastic.
And now right over to you, Mike. We talked about it's a bracketology going on right now. What Henlopen teams not currently in do you see maybe making a run at the tournament?
Possibly, and this is possibly, Cesar Rodney off to a really rough start under a new coach. They turned things around a little bit. Their last game was a loss. I can't remember who they played the last one. So I think Sussex Tech. They're 3-7 right now, so they're halfway through the season. I think out of those last 10, they really need to win. I think if they win 6 and they get to 9 and 11, I think they have a real good chance of getting in, because I saw the Henlopen teams that Jason had in. Cape Henlopen's going to probably give people 2 bonus points, because they're going to be up around 16 wins probably. Sussex Central's got back on the winning track last night. Sussex Tech is a good team, so they'll get some bonus points in there that they need. They're going to need to upset a team or two, but I can see maybe sneaking in.
And Jay, do you have a bubble team coming out of that Henlopen?
Yeah, I'm looking at Dover. They're sitting at 4-4 right now. They have a strong second half schedule, and a lot of those teams are going down to the state's capital to play, so they get them at home. I think they're going to need to get to 11 wins to get in, but again, the Henlopen North is filled with teams that could get them double bonus points, and you play them twice. So it's an advantage for them. I think 11 wins will get them in.
Now, obviously, Conrad has kind of been the cream the last 2 years in girls basketball, the resurgence. Mike and Jay, goes to both of you guys here. Do you see maybe a Henlopen or an independent conference team making a run at them for a top seed?
Well, I think the obvious answer is Sanford. They went out to Arizona and they lost 4 games. They'll get some bonus points out of that tournament, like you tournament champions.
7 bonus points so far, Mike, in those 4 games.
It depends on how the season ends up. They play a tough in-state schedule, so they'll pick up some points here. Where they kind of lose out a little bit, the independent conference, there's really not going to be a lot of bonus points to be had among their independent teams. But Sanford can make the run at the top spot, sure.
And I'm going with Cape. Cape has a lot of bonus points out there this year. There's a chance that 8 games could give them double bonus points, so that's 16, and 5 more 1, so that's 21 bonus points right there. If they could get to 16 or 17 wins and their schedule breaks the right way, they can grab that top seed, I think.
How about that? Some teams to keep an eye on, obviously, and we'll continue to break this down as the year goes along and we approach tournament time. Never too early, right?
It's never too early. It's never too early to get in that bunker, Jay, is it?
No, absolutely not.
So there we have it.
We're going to take a short commercial break. When we come back, we're going to dive into the boys basketball here in the state of Delaware. We'll get Jay back in that bunker when we come back.
Hi, I'm Scott Kammerer from Solo Concepts. Solo Concepts is an award-winning restaurant group on the culinary coast with 10 locations. We're a chef-driven group. Come check us out. See you soon. Solo Concepts believes in the vision of our founder, Matt Haley: cook beautiful, simple food, develop the people we work with, and make the world a better place. Solo Concepts on the culinary coast with 10 locations from Lowest, Delaware to Fenwick Island. Come check us out.
Military wife, I love helping our airmen and their families with financial tools to help provide financial stability.
I promise to make a positive difference in your financial life, from helping you to lower your payments to discovering ways to help you save for your children's future.
From the needs of college students and first-time auto buyers, I promise to identify and take ownership of your needs.
Local people, local decisions, Dover Federal Credit Union.
And we welcome you back live here to 302 Sports, live from Buffalo Wild Wings, our Christiana location. And we're going to jump right into boys basketball here in the state of Delaware. We're going to break down some games from last week. We'll start with Milford, 65. They get the big double-digit victory against Lake Forest, who was undefeated coming into this one, ranked at number 10. Jay, what happened there?
Yeah, Milford proved that they're not, don't forget about them in that Henlopen South. It's a 3-team race between them, Lake Forest, and Woodbridge. And that's a big win for that Milford Bucks team.
And then another game, number 8 Glasgow and number 9 Mount Pleasant, 2 top 10 teams battling out. And the Dragons, they get a huge Blue Hen Flight B win over the Green Knights, 55-51. Mike, you want to talk a little bit about that one?
I think Glasgow was a team that was off of people's radar a little bit. Decent season last year.
Yeah.
I love Coach Jeremy G. He does a great job down
there. He's a great coach.
Glasgow, in general, that high school was kind of off the radar. But they had a good football season and they're off to a good basketball season. I just think they don't get the hype that Mount Pleasant gets usually in basketball. But obviously, they can play. They're in control now of Flight B. They're going to have to play a couple more games. Like Howard's kind of a weird team down there in Flight B. And, sometimes they show up and sometimes they're not there. But hey, right now Glasgow's in the driver's seat.
Yeah, I mean, and that's one thing. The Dragons are well coached, and if there's any little bit of talent around there, he's going to have them playing right, and that's
great
what.
Atmosphere, by the way.
Fantastic, great gym to be in too. But moving right along, we got some great games coming up this week. Obviously, before we get to that one, we got St. Elizabeth facing number 9 St. Mark, 7:15 p.m. tomorrow night. Spartans' first test against a top 10 team, and it's a rival who is on a 2-game losing streak right now. Jay, are the Spartans perhaps in a chance for a trap game?
Yeah, definitely. They had a great showing against AI over the weekend, and then beat a Christiana team that was struggling last night. The thing about the St. Mark's team is both these teams struggled at the foul line over the weekend. St. Mark's was 21-42, and we saw that St. Elizabeth's game. So to me, I think whoever can fix that problem will win that game on tomorrow night.
The charity stripe going to come in large there. And then, of course, our game of the week, as you can see the graphic on your screen, thanks to AWalk Edits for supplying us with this great graphic. Number 5, Salesiana visiting number 1, Sanford. Sorry, Nick. 7:30. 7:30.
They get jumbled.
Friday night. It'll be live on 302 Sports. Mike, this is one of those games. It's in recent history. It's been a pretty good matchup. Can the Sows compete with such a loaded team, the Sanford?
Well, they did last year. They had a real good game at Salesiana last year. I think Sanford was up big early, and I think the Sows made a big fourth quarter comeback. A little short. Most of the same players are back. Obviously, Sanford didn't graduate too much. They have all their stars back from last year. Salesiana's got some real talent. We saw the highlights where Rasheed caught, and just how silky smooth he is out there. And Vaughn and Max Ferrante with a 3-point threat. They're going to have to control Jair Davis behind us and Nana Njoku. Nobody's got bigs like that in the state, and if they can somehow neutralize those guys, yeah, they can do it. Then you have to worry about the outside, the Perkins, Hassan, and Corey Perkins.
Yeah.
There's really no holes in that Sanford team, but Salesiana's a good, well-coached team, even with a rookie head coach. And they're fundamental. They get the job done.
They're deep.
They can do it.
And they're deep.
That's why you got to play the game, right?
Absolutely. And like you said, I mean, with Sanford's height, I mean, Devin Harrison and Ryan McKeon also coming off with some length off the bench. Hassan Perkins is going to be an X factor to watch in that game.
Good player.
He is. And a lot of attention goes to Jair and Nana. He's a third leading scorer. He's doing pretty darn good this year scoring himself. So he's a guy I think we should keep an eye on Friday night in that.
Absolutely. With that being said, we'll grab Jay, pull him up out of the bunker, and get to our way too early basketball selection talk. But right now, Jay, for men's, we're going to do it on the men's side here. We'll stick with the topic of top 10 teams. So what do you got for us, Jay?
All right, I'm going to go in order of the seeding. Dover is first. Glasgow second. Sanford's 5th, CR's 6th, Sally's is 8th, Milford is 9th. Oh, I forgot Woodbridge, they're 7th. St. Mark's is 13th, Caravel's 14th, and sitting in the 21st position, St. George's Tech.
Wow, shocking to see Glasgow so high. I mean, it just goes to show you that strength of schedule coming into play for the Dragons there, Jay.
Yeah, they played 3 out-of-state teams, which helped them a little bit. Plus, Mount Pleasant got them 2 bonus points as we speak now. That could change as the season goes on, but right now they're sitting pretty right there in that second spot.
So, Mike, this is it might be too early to ask this, but that's why we're doing it. We're way too early on this. Do you see any of these teams in the top 10 in danger of not maybe making the state tournament?
No, I think they'll all be there. St. George's is 75, but they lost to Sanford only by 7.
Yes.
As you mentioned that early on, first game of the year. Their other losses were all to really good teams, and they played a lot of good teams. The showcase tournaments that I think really going to help St. George's. The only issue with St. George's, their scoring is pretty. I mean, they do have more than one scorer. Deshaun Highland is not the only guy who scores, but one injury, especially to him, that could really hurt their schedule. They have to move their chances. I think if they stay healthy, there's no problem yet.
And they can also win the Flight A. They're in the driver's seat there, and if they win the Flight A, they do get the auto bid. I'm going to look at Caravel. The Bucks' tough schedule should keep them in, but they have to win some of these big games. Right now they're sitting at 4-3. I think they're going to need 10 wins to get in, and their schedule's loaded, especially in the back half with Woodbridge, St. Mark's, St. Elizabeth. They have a tough schedule coming out. If they can get to 10 wins, I think they'll win, but that's one team I would keep an eye on.
And then what top 10 team currently in the state tournament seed line do you see maybe dropping out come tournament time? Jay, we know we just talked to you. Do you see any of these teams dropping out, or do you think they could all?
No, I think all these teams are in. In fact, I think all teams are in the top 16 when it comes to the state tournament time. But it's gonna be interesting to see because some of their schedules, some of these teams' schedules lessen as the season goes on. So maybe they might drop a little bit, whereas other teams strengthen their schedule at the end. So these teams are going to shift all over the place. But at the end, I think all of them are in, and all of them have a top 16 seeds.
I think the Henley South teams possibly could single digit. They do have, you don't see Lake Forest listed. They're out in the top 10 now. So that is a third Henley South team that's really good, but it's a little soft underneath those top 3.
Yeah.
That might hurt Woodbridge for a little bit, but they'll be in.
Here we go. Like we said, tune in Friday night. Salesianum visiting the number 1 team in the state, Sanford, right here on 302 Sports. You're going to want to check that one out. We're going to take a commercial break. We're going to come back. We'll talk about some local college athletes and some local college teams right here on 302 Sports Weekly.
At every stage, we are here for you, for all of life's big moments, and everything in between. After all, that's what families are for. We promise to make a positive difference in your financial life and go beyond the norm. Be a part of the Dover Federal family.
Local people, local decisions, Dover Federal Credit.
4577 Kirkwood Highway. Unique image you envision, we create. Unique Image opened for business in Wilmington, Delaware in 1979 with one focus, wowing our customers with great products and even greater customer service. 30 years later, we are still doing exactly that. Whether you're looking for marketing tools to promote your business, gifts for your employees or clients, or planning a special event, we're here with the voice of experience to help you every step of the way for your complete satisfaction. Visit our new showroom in the Mill Creek Shopping Center, 4577 Kirkwood Highway. Unique Image you envision, we create. Unique Image. Contact Brian today. Mr. Italian began his career in home finance in 2002 as a mortgage consultant. Since 2002, Brian has helped over 1,000 home buyers achieve their dreams of owning a home. Brian's knowledge of current market conditions and his detailed evaluation of buyers' finances ensures that each buyer will receive the best mortgage to fit their needs. Brian is often commended on how efficient and effortless he makes the mortgage process for everyone from first-time home buyers to investors to experienced buyers. For the loan that fits you, contact Brian today.
Welcome back in, ladies and gentlemen. We're down to the grand finale here on 302 Sports Weekly here at the Buffalo Wild Wings in Christiana. And before we wrap the show up, Mike, heard you got a wrestling update for us from that big CR matchup.
I do. It's 21, Cesar Rodney, Sussex Central. Wow. Only the Battle Royal left to go. Oh, wait. Okay. 5 matches. Royal Rumble. 5 matches left to go, and that's 21-21. Thanks to Tim Mastro of Delaware St. Louis for the update.
Absolutely, Tim. Thanks for that. And keep an eye on it. You can flip over. It's not too late after you hear the wrap-up, of course. So here we go. Let's get it started. We're going to start Goldie Beacom women's basketball. Alana Speaks, St. Elizabeth graduate, was picked in his CACC Weekly Honor Roll. 17.5 points, on 14 to 30 shooting with 8 rebounds over the 2 games last week. Career high 18 points with a tied for career best 11 rebounds Wednesday in a 71-66 victory over Chestnut Hill. And then Saturday, 17 points with 5 boards in a 58-51 victory over Concordia. And you can kind of see they're starting to get rolling, the women's team there. So
they're looking good. Hopefully they keep that going. Now on to Wesley women's basketball. The Wesley women's basketball team stumbled on the road to Marywood Pacers 72-50 in Atlantic East Conference action on Saturday. Sydney Peterson, who you may recognize from Cape Henlopen, and Monshea Newsom-Murray from Seaford, they tallied double figures in the loss. Peterson notched 17 with 6 boards, while Newsom-Murray scored 12 and added 6 assists and 6 boards.
Wilmew, that's good. That's where I graduated from. We're going to talk a little women's basketball here. Big third quarter on Saturday led the Wildcats to their back-to-back Central Athletic Collegiate Conference victories. They defeated Nyack 77-59. In the game, Macy Robinson, St. Elizabeth grad, led all scores with 19 points, with 5 and 9 from deep and 4 from 8 from the foul line. Added 5 rebounds, 4 assists, 4 steals, and a win.
Now to Del State men's basketball. Coppin State used a strong second half to hand Del State a 64-60 loss. Kevin Larkin from Sussex Tech led 4 Delaware State players in double figures. He had 18 points of 7-15 from the field and grabbed the game-high 13 boards, recorded 6 double-double of the season, each in the last 8 games.
Let's talk about some local athletes that are playing in a collegiate level right now. We're going to start at U Sciences. We're going to stop with their women's basketball team. They're ranked 11th right now, and they outscored Georgian Court 28-9 in the second quarter en route to a big 79-58 victory this past week. Senior Alex Thomas of St. Elizabeth made history on the night. 14 points, 6 of 7 shooting, almost went perfect, and 2 for 2 from deep, and became the 4th player in program history to surpass 1,500 points. So congratulations to Alex.
Absolutely, congratulations. Now on to Immaculata basketball. Well, the Vikings, Pat, they were doing it this last week. The Mighty Mass came up with a huge late victory over Newman as senior Mike Pekarsky, St. Viking, hit a 3-pointer in the closing seconds to lift IU to a 62-60 win, their first ever in Atlantic East Conference play. So congratulations to them. Junior Jordan Ambrose scored a team-high 23, while Pekarsky added 15.
And moving right along, Newman, women's basketball, they picked up their first AEC victory with an 81-65 win at Immaculata in the same set right there. Maya Bryson from Caravel started the game with a 3-pointer, and the Knights took off from there. She ended up with 11 points in the victory.
Now over to Nova. The women Wildcats traveled to Providence on Sunday afternoon, where they lost to the host Friars by a score of 67-61. Adriana Hahn, who we all know from Ursuline, she led Nova in the loss, 19 points, and that she went over 1,300 career scoring mark in that game, and now has 1,313 career points after today's game. So congratulations to Adriana Hahn.
Absolutely. Moving right along, Seton Hall. Let's visit them. Miles Kale, of course, is showing out down there. The Seton Hall men's basketball team, they were down 15, clawed their way back against DePaul. Unfortunately, could not hold on this one. They lose a heartbreaker, 75-74. In that game, the Appoquinimate graduate contributed 10 points and 5 boards.
Now, Rider University. Jordan Allen from Dover struggled through a rare off-shooting night until his team needed him the most. The redshirt sophomore guard buried a corner 3 with 58 seconds left in regulation to break a 65-65 tie and put the Broncos on top for good in a 72-67 win over Quinnipiac.
Absolutely. And quick note, best of luck to the Delaware athletes taking part in the playoffs. The NFL playoffs coming this weekend. Of course, Deron Harmon and Caesar Rodney, they're taking on the Chargers. He plays with the New England Patriots. And then for all you Eagles fans, you know Wendell Smallwood, Delaware native, went to Red Lion for a few years. He'll be facing off against the Saints. So best of luck to them coming up this week. So let's move right along to Athletes of the Week. And Mike and Jay, you guys are here. A lot of great talent coming around here. Girls co-winners, the 2 recent 1,000-point scorers, Bernaya Mayer, junior from St. Elizabeth, like we talked about in that big win against Sussex Central, and Jayla Smith, senior from Smyrna, 1,000 points, 23 points in a game against CR, and scored 17, including her 1,000th point last night at Polytech.
Yeah, that's a great accomplishment for her. The senior is having an outstanding season, and it's good to see her recognized along with Maya.
Absolutely. Now over to the boys' side. Our winner of our boys' player of the week, he's sitting right behind us. Jair Davis from Sanford scored his 1,000th point on his 17th birthday. How about that? And 17 points overall in the win over St. Andrews. He's your boys' player of the week.
Yeah, Mike, impressive. 17 on birthday number 17. How about that?
That's not how I spent my 17th birthday. Of course, my 17th birthday was in May, so it was a little warmer. No basketball then.
Okay. Well, you never know. Maybe you're playing outdoors.
This kid's got more talent, basketball talent than Pinky. I have in 3 lifetimes.
Mike, don't sell yourself short, buddy. Don't sell yourself
We've
short.
seen
All
that
right.
jumper.
Here we go. Let's move right along. Our top plays of the week coming at you right now. Our first play of the week, number 5. And Max did a lot of this down at the slam dunk to the beach. He's got a nice, quick, fluid stroke and buries that one.
No hesitation. Now on to number 4. We heard about her already, Bernia Ward-Mayo. She got her 1,000th point. But if you didn't know, Pat, she can pass also. A little behind-the-back action there leads to an easy bucket
That was
for
an
the
incredible play in last night's game.
Yeah, even TJ's got to stop and say because he knows what a play.
Number 3, Rasheem Kalk going coast to coast. The standout sophomore from Salesianum. Look at this. And watch how smooth this is.
Yeah, he just split everybody on that one. How about that?
It's just an impressive with the up and under layup.
Now to some Vikings, Pat. St. E's, number 2 coming in. Justin Money. We saw him big last year in that state tournament. And now here he is again, taking the steal, going the other way, and just going to throw it down. Two-handed flush for Justin Money. The Vikings, though, would come up short.
And here it is, your number 1 play of the week. We got Bernia Mayo's 1,000th career point right here. You see her dribble down. Nice Euro step and the finish. And congratulations once again to her on the 1,000th point, man. Joining the club over there with the Vikings. Only a junior season, too.
Making it look easy. Makes
Year
it
and a
look
half
so
left
easy.
to watch Mayo, so it's really exciting.
Yeah,
nice,
unbelievable.
really nice kid, too.
Yep, her and Jair both.
And Jair.
1,000 points, 7 and only juniors. But so that'll do it here on 302 Sports Weekly. But before we wrap it up, let's get some final thoughts. We like to do that when we got everybody up here on set.
Fans back.
So, Jason, give us a final thought going into the rest of the week and into the weekend. What's your final thought?
A lot of great games again coming up this weekend, highlighted by Sanford and Salesianum. It's also a great weekend for me to get back into the bunker.
There you
and
go.
do some early predictions. But also Saturday night there is a St. John's tournament that we'll be covering live on 302. So if you can't get out there, tune in.
Absolutely, Mike. Final thought.
Generation. Yeah, I love it. The schools back in, so it's not quite as crowded on the roads, except for those buses. That means that we're back to full-time sports schedules. So we've been hitting the road in the afternoons. Been out watching a little swimming yesterday. And,
Nice.
Get some wrestling maybe on Friday before the basketball. I love it. This is awesome. This is, this is how I envision spending my life. Watching high school sports.
It's great. You got one, Nick? Final thought?
Final thought, I just want to remind everyone that the game Friday night is at Sanford. There's some rumors going around it's at Sally's. It's not true. The game is at Sanford. The Eagles are also playing this weekend, so I root for the Eagles for everyone out there. There you go. That's my final thought on the week.
Absolutely. And my final thought is we're into a new year, 2019.
Yep.
I expect nothing but greatness coming from the final stretch of the year in high school sports with basketball, with wrestling, with swimming, among other winter sports. So if you haven't got a chance to go out and see some of the talent that's around in the first state, go out and do yourself a favor and go see some of these players that are playing, because you might hear about them in a few years when we do our college wrap-ups, and you might be sitting there wishing you had a chance to see them in high school. So, tune in to 302 Sports Weekly and go see some of these players that we talk about, because it's always nice to go see where you see them where they started.
Right
so
in your
to
own
speak.
backyard too, right here, not far drive. Check out some major talent. So definitely get out there and then come check out the show too as
We have
well.
a game tomorrow, I believe, on 302.
The 1290 at Paquinic and at AI at 5 o'clock. So you can
Another game to watch.
Boys basketball, check that one out.
And we have goalie
on Saturday. Yep, Goldie Beacon coming up on
busy
Saturday.
week.
Busy for 302. Which
Absolutely,
Is good.
absolutely. So once again, we just want to remind everybody, go to the website, check out the news and stories that come out on a daily basis over there. You can also get some up-to-date scoring as games are going on the website as well, and also support our sponsors. We talk. You see them every week with the commercials. You see them on the lower thirds. We talk about them. But go out and support them. Tell them 302 sent you. So for everybody on set, Jay, Mike, Nick, Pop, everybody here, Wesley, Sanford, thank you guys for coming on. We'll see you next week here on 302 Sports Weekly.